Discipline is something that is practiced around the world, and every family usually has someone that is the discipliner. In other families, no parent really shows discipline to their kids. In some families that don't do that, they are too lazy or they really don't know how to discipline their children enough to actually do it. I've read many articles about this, so I hope that I know more than the average person about it. In the 2013 article, Why Discipline is Good for Your Character by EliteDaily.com, it tells us that it is great for stability and structure in life, and it will teach a kid responsibilities and their respectfulness. Discipline should be practiced at a young age because when the child is first born, they need rules so they can have a highway to learn from. Focusing on discipline is what should happen and how it should be looked at as a learning tool and not as a punishment along the way, and how useful discipline is and at what age discipline should be started at. Kids are being born every day. For some of them, they will have discipline, but for some of them, they will not actually get disciplined because parents are doing what they think is good for their children, but might not actually be good for them. People are scared because it won't look nice on them if they discipline their kids in front of others, and the kid might resent them for it. Some say stop or come up with a way to prolong the inevitable discipline and say that since there are people around, I won't say it because it's going to look bad on me and the kid is going to look like they get abused or something like that. Some shrug it off and say that they'll do it later, but they never actually get around to it. Others say that when their kid is acting up, it's just a stage and that they'll eventually grow out of stage, but if not disciplined right, they will never actually grow out of that stage. Some just don't know how to plain old do it, so they really just kind of go along with it and they just learn along the way. Many rules in society would go against this, as some would say that spanking your child or yelling at your child will influence the way they think, as in violently or something like that. But in the end, it really doesn't know what it will do. Lack of discipline affects acting, stated in the 2019 article, Surprising Reasons Why You Need Discipline in Your Child's Life, from family.com. Discipline is good if done right, and it will guide a child along their way in life and help them in the end. But if done wrong, it can hurt them, and they will not learn from it at all. Kids that are disciplined are better off than those that do not, because they will learn exactly what they need to do along the way, and they will not break rules along the way either. Parents are the main supporter of all the children out there because they're their parents. And in the 2014 article, Surprising Statistics About Babies Being Born, there are about 360,000 babies born every day around the world. Discipline will cause a better work ethic, and I've never seen a boss that actually likes people working for them that have a bad work ethic. And they want people to show up on time, and if the kid gets disciplined, they will actually just show up on time because they know rules and they've really never been able to break them. Parents that have a first child really are kind of guinea pig testing their child because they've never had or seen a child being disciplined in front of them. Many parents will provide their child with discipline right off the bat, as in ways of a belt, which is terrible because this could bruise the child and it will emotionally hurt them along the way, and they may look bad into their parents' eyes. And as stated in a 2001 article named When You Should Start Disciplining Your Child, it says that around 4 months old, your child will start to learn how discipline works. As if a child were to pull your hair, you will learn quickly that you should take their hand away and divert it to something else other than your hair, or in that way. Kids actually can learn a whole lot pretty quick. their brain development is faster than most animals, and they will be able to learn rules very quickly along the way as well. When your child starts to crawl, you should make sure that they don't get into anything on bottom shelves because they could hurt them. It could hurt them. And you should teach them the limits, not to go where, not to grab things off, and not what to eat, and not what to grab, and all that. Some say that it's hard to discipline a child because they'll just go off and do what they want and all that. So you should sit your child down and teach them rules along the way as well. Some make the excuses because they don't know how to make stiff rules along the way or exactly what rules should be made to make the child great. And around the 12-month marker, the kid should be up walking around and maybe talking a little bit. So more rules could be set into place because they will be able to learn more rules along the way. So sit your kid down and teach them what is what. Tell the kid the boundaries that you have, and this may make the kid mad along the way because, they just started walking and everything. So you've got to teach them exactly what to do. But be careful because if you teach them wrong, they could learn wrong. In summary, discipline is one of the main building blocks in a person's lives when they first start out. No matter what the excuse, giving the right discipline is great because it will teach a kid what to act like, what to be like in front of bosses and all that, and how good they will actually do in their lives down the road. Young age is the goal to take the time out of your day to learn, to teach your kid what to do. The reasons above are exactly why you should start disciplining your kids, and this will hopefully be the motivation that it takes to actually start disciplining your children.